Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming with yours truly, iOctane. So first we're gonna have a look at my two draws. We're gonna have a look at my first go in the main pack and then the ultra pack, and then we're gonna have a look at the game itself. The event has started, so we're gonna jump right in. So here we go with my two draws. So this is my first draw from the main pack, and as you can see, it's just all garbage, nothing but rubbish. Draw after draw for the last 2 weeks, it's just utter rubbish. Nothing to show for going in the pack. So I'm really thinking probably next week, next event, I might not draw anything from the main pack or the ultra pack. I might just wait until Friday. I go straight into the relic pack and just get the guarantee relic and call it a day. 500 gems back. That's the only highlight of the pack. So now we'll go into my ultra pack, and it's just the same. Absolutely nothingness. Nothing. This is a season to be joyful, this is a season to be cheerful, but there's nothing to be cheerful for in this game. They've changed the game for the worse, and I believe it's just because it's coming on to Christmas. They feel people have got extra money, so you can actually spend on the decks, but it ain't gonna happen. It's just never gonna happen. So here we go for my last time in the pack, and just nothingness. Absolute nothingness. That's it. Okay, so let's take a look at the event. But first, let's talk about decks. So at the moment, I'm running my BioBlitz deck. It's not just BioBlitz, but it's mainly BioBlitz. I've got two copies of the BioBlitz. One I got from the Bazaar the other day. The Bazaar as well is a bit disappointing. I thought the cards would be cards you could actually choose the cards that you wanted, but they made it random, which made it a bit disappointing because I've got lots of master collection cards and need the ultra rare for those master collection cards to create ultimate forms. But being as it was random, I actually got so many cards that basically left me with other master collection cards and cards. So what are some of the cards? I actually got the master collection card for this. I had 3 fates, so I was able to create one ultimate form. I got this one, which I think is a master collection card for one of the water commander event. Haven't got ultra rare for that one. I did get the ultra rare for my water slayer deck, which wasn't really good. I did get this master collection card as well, which I already had a copy of the master collection card, needed ultra rare. I got this ultra rare, haven't got a master collection card. I already own 5 copies of this master collection card, and I needed 2 copies of the ultra rare. Got a 6 copy. This one was good, but I still haven't got another card to put with it. This is probably the worst master collection card ever. Now I've got 4 copies of it. Didn't really need an next copy. Got BioBlitz, which was good, which was I think one of the best. I got this ultra rare as well, the leading light. Didn't need another copy of that one. I got this one as well. I think it's a master collection card, Princess Riverine. And yeah, those were some of the cards that I got. I got this one as well. Already own 3 copies, did want another. And this Magma Ventrix, already had Magma Ventrix, needed ultra rare to create ultimate form. So yeah, it was quite disappointing. The Bazaar was. This is the deck I'm running for this particular event. And what I learned from last event is when the bosses get to a certain level, one hit from the boss will totally annihilate you. So when I was playing the commander event, I got my bosses up to 200 and level 250, and I couldn't go anywhere past 252 because I was using like 16 keys, 15 keys to kill one boss, which took a long time. So I just gave up in the end. So I didn't actually play the last day of the event because the last day of the event was totally it was just disappointing. It was demoralizing. So I just forgot about the event and just was waiting to see if network changed anything for the Slayer event, which they haven't changed much for the Slayer event apart from in the collection where last week you needed 3 ultra rares to get the ultimate form. This week you need 3 main cards plus the main card from this event, the ultra rare from this event, and the support card from this event to get the ultimate form, which is a little bit better. The thing with the whole obtaining the ultimate form is the ultra rare, which is this card, is very difficult to obtain, and the main card will cost you over 11,000 gems to obtain. So the decks going forward will cost you a minimum of 30,000 gems. That's 30,000 gems each week. A pack of gems, I think it's 12,500 gems, will cost you £100 if you're in the United Kingdom, and probably the same amount in dollars if you're in the United States. So to actually get 30,000 gems will cost you over $300 or £300. So if you're spending £300 each week for a month, that will be $1,200 or £1,200 on a game, which network keep on moving the goalposts. So first, when 3.0 came out, it was sold to us as create a deck that has long-lasting value. Now the decks haven't got any more value because they've brought out new cards. So that which they told us 12 months ago, was absolutely a lie because they've actually changed it. So your ultimate forms no longer have the value that they had, say, 3 weeks ago. Now, why should we believe them that these cards are going to have any value in a year's time? Because I remember when I first started playing this game, there was a YouTuber that I used to watch. He's called Dubai Prince. So when I started out, I didn't know anything about the game, so I googled it and I came up on a channel which was done by this guy called Dubai Prince. And when I first started watching his channel, he was very enthusiastic about the game. He really loved the game, and then he just descended into depression because of the game. And then eventually he quit the game and stopped doing YouTubing. But I really loved watching Dubai Prince's channel, and it was when Dubai Prince left Legendary, and I thought, okay, I'll pick up the mantle and I'll start my YouTube channel and I'll do a bit about Legendary Game of Hero. But one of the warning that Dubai Prince gave was to new players that don't spend a lot on this game, because this game is a total rip-off. And at the time I thought, well, I'll see it for myself, and I've seen it for myself. This game is a total rip-off. So if you want, you can pop over to Dubai Prince's channel. His channel is still up. You can watch all of his old videos and you could hear things that he tells you about this game. So you'll see that when I'm telling you that this game is a total rip-off, and I'm telling you to save your money, save your gems. Before I used to say save your dust. Dust hasn't got any more use anymore. So save your gems and save your money and see where this game goes from here, because I'm telling you, this game will take every penny that you've got. Be smart. Just enjoy the event as it is. Use the decks that you've got. If you can't finish the collection, don't try to finish the collection. The collection is rubbish anyway. I used to try to complete the collection. Last week I realized I couldn't complete the collection, so I just enjoy the game for what it was. When I couldn't kill any more bosses, I just stopped playing the game and I start playing other games, which I'll speak a bit more about the new games that I'm playing. So we're gonna just have a look, just a quick look at the card. So the support card, which has got massive amount of health on it, that tells you how hard the boss is hit. This one will create one dark power gem both now and for the next 2 turns, and 1 additional dark power gem for every 20 arcane killer intensity. So this now is a gem spawner. Like the gem spawner of all, it can eventually fill the board with dark gems. Now dark gems isn't going to do much against these bosses. You need power gems. So this card is nice to have, but you don't need to have it. So let's look at the main card. Now the main card hasn't got as much health as the support card, so the support card is the one that gives you that massive boost of health. So the support card is definitely needed for the deck. 3 copies or 2 copies is the best way to go. Now this one will attack for 100,000% of attack. Now, so it's a nuke cards, and you know how I feel about nuke cards, but these nuke cards are a bit different because they're intensity dependent. To get your intensity high enough to kill the boss depends on your relic, which you only get 1 copy, and your support card. So 3 support cards, 1 main card, and 1 ultra rare if you can get it. If you get the ultra rare, you obviously, no, you might not get the ultimate form. The ultimate form depends on having 6 cards, so you might get support card, main card, and your ultra rare, and still don't get the ultimate form. So that's neither here nor there. Let's move on. Plus an additional 100,000% for every 5 stock of arcane killer intensity. If there are at least 3 dark power gems on the board, it will attack again a second time. This ability can be used every single turn. So this is reminiscent of decks of the past. These mechanics, you'll see them on it used to be called Dread, now it's called Highborn, the Dark Highborn nuke deck. And your ultra rare will increase arcane killer's hero attack by 30% for plus an additional 3% per 10 intensity for 1 turn. It will also heal for 2,500% of this hero's recovery. This ability can be used every turn. So the ultra rare and the main card can be used every turn. Your support card can be used every 3 turns. It's got a 3 turn cooldown, but it does spawn dark gem for 2 turns. Your intensity generates regardless of if you attack or you don't attack. It's totally different from killer skills, or skill points I should say. So your ultimate form it's gonna be the best card out of all the cards. It's always gonna be the MVP because it's a very difficult card to get, and it's got a very good battle skill on it. It increases arcane killer hero attack by 50% plus an additional 4% per 10 intensity for 1 turn. It also heals for 5,000% of your recovery, and the ability can be used every turn as well. The charge rate is 9. It's got a passive on it, which is Ice Age. When beginning a turn with a dark power gem 1 or higher on the board, it creates 6 dark power gem 4s. So this one has got a very good passive. The passive is brilliant because on turn 1 your relics are going to create power gems anyway. So this card will create 6 dark power gem 4s, which is absolutely brilliant. This passive skill is absolutely magnificent. So your main card hasn't got the passive, so the passive actually comes from your ultra rare. So your ultra rare has the same passive, but it will create power gem freeze. So if you've got 1 ultra rare, 1 ultimate form, you will be creating 12 power gems, 6 4s and 6 3s plus the ones from your relic. So if you're lucky enough to get 2 ultra rare, you're going to create 18 power gems on the board, which makes this deck a turn one deck in essence, which is quite powerful and quite quick. So the deck is not bad. The deck is actually a good deck. It's actually a powerful deck. But the problem is obtaining the deck on a budget that is quite friendly. The budget for these decks are not friendly. They're quite expensive. So that is the reason why, personally for me, and this is just a personal opinion, it's a personal choice I should say rather, my personal choice is to actually run the deck that I've got, which is my Bioblix decks, which combines of the Dragon deck and the Transform Trailblazers. And so far it's doing quite well, but I'm anticipating as the bosses get stronger I won't be able to kill the bosses, but that's neither here nor there, because this is a Slayer event. You will have people out there who will opt to spend for the deck, which they will be able to kill the bosses. Hopefully I've got one within my grouping that's able to kill all the bosses, so all I need to do is just do my bit and they'll kill the bosses and I'll obtain a bit of points. And if I finish in the top 50, top 100 of the Emperor League, I don't mind. I just collect my gems. And as I said, going forward, I'm just going to save my gems. It's pointless going into the main pack. It's pointless going into the support pack. Unless I'm going to go for a second copy of the support card. It's pointless of me going into the support pack. Anyway, it's better to save all my gems for the relic pack. Get my guarantee relic. And then just play the event. Get what I can get from the collection. Enjoy the event as much as I can, and thus see where we go from there. So currently I've got 13,558 gems, which I had 16,000 gems, and going forward my gem count should actually go up quite dramatically, because I'm only going to spend on the relic pack from here on forward until things change. So that's my thinking behind it all. So currently I'm in position 59. I was in position 4 before I went to bed, because I've waited up for the event to start. And if we have a look at the bosses, so we've got here mainly guild bosses, and I've got a solo boss here. So let's look at Swine Lord Jungfa. The Swine Lord Jungfa at 204, his health is actually 37 billion. So a solo boss before in the last Slayer event wouldn't have had this much health on him, unless he was a Cobalt boss or Radiant boss, but we don't have those bosses anymore. We have Cobalt boss anyway. We haven't got some of the bosses that we usually have, like ultimate bosses and so on and so forth, but we still got these bosses. But our solo bosses are packing quite a massive hit, and they're also packing a lot of health, so your deck has to be able to deal a lot of damage. Now I did manage to get 3 support cards from the pack. So I've got 20 support cards here, and to actually use these support cards in combination with my deck, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The only card that actually works quite well with these cards is my Transform Trailblazer, because it is also our Arcane Killer. So to actually get the massive health boost from your support card has to be the lead. Now if I put my support card as the lead, what will happen is I will lose my leadership boost to my Freedom Fighters and my Draconic Scoundrels. So those are my main damage dealers, and I would like to keep them as my main damage dealer. So this deck doesn't really work for me. This deck is the one that actually works for me. Plus I've got the nuke damage coming from both my Bioblitz card and my Freedom Fighter, so it works rather well. So let's go in with 1 key and see how this deck actually performs against a boss with 36 billion health. So we allow our Bio Blitz and Freedom Fighters to create their power gems along with my relic. And as you can see, my power generation is not too bad. The only thing with this particular combo is that it will not be able to take more than one hit from the boss. The second hit will actually kill the deck because it hasn't got a lot of health on it, and that's a combination that I'm using. Now I've stopped doing my possible deck combination because it's pointless doing possible deck combination, because apart from you having ultimate forms to actually deal a lot of damage, far more damage than other cards, you won't be able to actually perform very well within the event. So it's pointless me suggesting other cards that you can use, because your generation 2 cards are not obsolete. They have no use in the game whatsoever. So, and most generation 3 cards as well haven't really got any purpose, any point, any use within the game. So it's no point me doing possible deck combination, because I'm just going to put together combination that don't work. So that's the reason why I decided that I should change the format of my channel presenting this particular game. I won't do my Wednesday deck reveal anymore, deck release anymore. So when the deck release, I won't go through the deck and talk about the deck. I'll just do it on Thursday when the event starts. I'll just do a showcase of the deck itself, the event itself, the deck that I'm using. So I'll just put both days into one, and we can speak about the event, talk about the deck, we can see the deck in action, and then we can just go from there. One other thing that I said I would have done from earlier on this year is that I would actually showcase other games. So I've been playing a few games, and I'm going to actually so this is one of the games that I've been playing. It's called AFK Arena. Now AFK Arena is from the genre of role-playing games. So we've got quite a few games like these around. We've got one called Heroes Charge and quite a few more where it's a idle hero game. So when you're offline, you will continue to you will continue to actually generate resources, and when you come back to the game, you can just collect your resource. Now this game is quite interesting. It's not as intense as say Legendary, but it's really a good game to pass the time. It's a really interesting game as well. It's a game that you don't need to spend a lot of money on, and you can get very far within this game. So this is one of the games that I've been playing, and going forward I'll start to do videos on this game. So I'll go a bit more in depth on this game starting from next week. I'm gonna choose one day where I do game review. So I'll be reviewing this game along with 2 other games next week that I'm playing, and from there on forth, that particular day will be my day where I present to you game reviews, and then I'll choose another day when we go through AFK Arena. So that's the future for my channel. We'll be doing lots of other games as well as Legendary games of Hero. So this one is AFK, if anybody AFK Arena, if anybody is interested to download this game, and it's really a good game. It's really a nice game. So hope you enjoy your Christmas. Hope you're finding the event quite interesting. Hope you've got decks that can actually compete in the event. Like, subscribe, please leave your comment below. Tell me how you feel about the new changes to the game, how you're getting on, what you intend on doing. I would love to really like to hear from you guys out there. So please leave a comment below, like as well, subscribe as well if you like the content. I know the content is changing, but we have to change with the times. So it's Arctane saying peace and enjoy the rest of your day. So see you next week. Bye.